Welcome back. Thank you so much for being part of my day. And as you can see, I got a beautiful photo up. Savannah Ross is with me. You can go on by her website, richmom.com. Check out what she's got. I'm going to have her tell her story. But if you want to go back and listen to her story, it's very impactful. It's all about where you are, but what you can be, how you can do it. Savannah, thank you so much for dropping by today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on the show again.
Okay, am I using the right website, richmom.com?
Pardon me?
Am I using the right website, richmom.com?
Our website is richmom.com.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Okay. For people that haven't heard your story, it is absolutely amazing. Can you give us a brief synopsis of for one, why they call you Rich Mom, but two, how in the world did this all happen?
Well, it's just, you can go over and over
Right.
again and try to pass on, but honestly, for myself, I really believe that what prevents a lot of people from reaching their goals is fear. And with ourselves, I was in a situation that I would never wish on anybody. Unfortunately, my life actually fell apart, and I didn't have any other options. And so when I started moving forward with making these changes, you have to understand I didn't have any fear.
Right.
At that point, there was nothing that you could do to me to hurt me anymore. And I think that that's a really important thing for people to understand, how much we control our future because we allow fear to determine where we're going to go. And so for myself, my background is as a makeup artist. I used to work for Paramount and did makeup for movies. So I don't have a lot of background in the industry that I ended up becoming successful in. I was working part-time and a mom of 2 young boys, and everything kind of flipped over real quick. We ended up having a house fire, going through divorce, and my child became fatally ill. And it was the day that I was told that my son wasn't going to live another day that everything turned around for me. Your priorities change in an instant. Nothing else seems to matter anymore. And we certainly had no idea how to deal with this kind of conflict. I don't think any parent is prepared for that kind of news. And so I ended up spending 8 weeks at my son's bedside just praying for a miracle, and a miracle came. So 7, 8 weeks later, I just had this kind of an epiphany, and I talked to a friend of mine who was going to help us out through this bankruptcy that we were attempting to go through, and he shared with me some information about how he had become successful through his challenges, and I decided to start investing in real estate with having had no previous knowledge whatsoever. I had nothing to lose. I wasn't afraid of anything, and so I went in with both feet, and I became the #1 buyer of private real estate in the nation within a year. So everything turned around quite rapidly. It wasn't something that we had planned to do. But at the end of the day, when your child is dying, there is not anything going to stop you from moving forward and doing what you need to do in order to make him healthy again.
Wow. I mean, that's about all I can. It's a wow scenario. I know you've probably been a huge inspiration to mothers. Do you have mothers come up and go, wow, I heard your story, it spurred me on?
You know, it's funny that you say that because I have more clients that are men than women.
Right.
I think somehow it's shocking that I actually have that connection, I think, with men because I am a little bit more on the logical side.
Right.
And for me, it's really not about being a mom. It's about not having any fear, and it's about just doing what you need to do to get the job done.
I understand that. Now, update us. Is your child okay?
He's 12 years old, and he's driving me crazy every day. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. He still deals with an awful lot of health challenges, but I'll take seizures any day over not having him in my life. So it's wonderful. He's an absolute blessing. He's full of energy, and he's getting better every day. So thank you.
Oh, yeah. Now, you've got how many children?
I just have the 2. The 2 boys. My older son is 15 years old, a very successful entrepreneur in his own right, and a really great big brother to his little guy.
I can imagine. Now, the 15-year-old, what's he up to now? He previously spoke at Harvard, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, he's spoken on. He actually was the keynote speaker this year at the nation's Capital International Real Estate Summit. So he spoke with our Prime Minister and was the keynote speaker there, talking to adults about how to invest in real estate in this country.
Wow. So he's got this whole crowd of people. Can people go to YouTube and see bits and pieces of his speech, or is it out there?
I have no idea. I can't go to YouTube and do anything. I am not intelligent when it comes to computers. I'm sure you can find him all over the place because he certainly gets a lot of fan mail, and they find him somehow. And you can find Ryan at tinytrump.com. I'm not sure if his website is still up at the moment because I know him and his staff are working on it. But he's known as Tiny Trump, and he's got quite a presence out there. He's a hot and demand speaker for adults in real estate and also for young entrepreneurs.
I can only imagine. All right, his nickname's Tiny Trump. Has he ever met Donald?
He has, and he's actually worked with his right-hand man. We're actually looking at putting some projects together. Ryan is quite a philanthropist and loves to assist in any way that he can, and he worked quite closely with his good friend Frank Shankowitz, who is the founder of Make-A-Wish Foundation, and he's got quite a heart to work with St. Jude's, and the Trumps are quite involved with the St. Jude's Hospital in New York.
Wow. Oh, yeah, Frank's an inspiration to so many people. I've got to get Frank on here eventually. I've had everybody else on here. All right, so you're an inspiration through real estate. Now, do you still actively participate in the real estate world?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm a real believer in it. And the funny thing is, Scott, is everyone thinks I'm passionate about real estate, and the truth is I'm not.
Right.
You know, it's bricks and mortar. It's nothing sexy. It's about that means to an end. And for me, there's so many other things that I could be doing in the world that I would prefer to do, that I would love to do, and that I'm more passionate about. But I have yet to find anything that comes even close to being able to produce the results with the small amount of investment of my time and my money.
So you originated in Canada. You got going there. Now, are you all over the world, or are you still primarily in Canada?
Primarily in Canada, but I do have investments worldwide.
What?
I have a huge percentage in Canada, and I love investing in my country.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me ask you this question, because I know somebody out there is thinking this. When you took your step outside of Canada, was there apprehension, or were you just ready to go, went and got the professors and professionals and went and did it?
I was terrified, you know. It was something for me, like I'm like an adrenaline junkie. I love roller coasters, and once I started getting really involved in real estate, it became like something I could do in my sleep. It became so easy, like second nature, and I wanted to challenge myself because I was actually getting bored. And when you're bored and you're rich, you need something to challenge you. And so I started looking outside for something new to learn, and I actually loved it and enjoyed it. And I went to look to Donald Trump to help me because he's got a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience with working outside of his own country as well.
Wow. Now, since you've done this, what's the reward side of it? Other than money, you've probably gotten to meet some really cool people.
Oh, absolutely. I have the best, amazing friends you could imagine, and really close. Some of them are like family, like Frank Shankowitz is like family to us. My kids call him Grandpa. And we work quite closely with a lot of very successful people that share our value system, which is to give back. And at the end of the day, you know, I know that there's nothing I could ever do to pay God back for the blessings that I have in my life. There's absolutely nothing that I could ever do, but I try and I love to give back, and that's been the biggest reward of all of this. Like, you can only have so much money, and I know that those of us that don't have a lot always say, yeah, it must be nice.
Right.
But once you get to a certain point, like, money doesn't inspire you anymore.
Right.
But the money does a lot in this world, and although it's nice to go to Africa and play soccer with the kids and hug them and kiss them and encourage them and sing songs with them, they actually need food and medicine.
Right.
And they need financial assistance, and so it's so powerful to be able to know that we have the ability to make an insane amount of money and be able to give that back, and that fulfills you far more than any material items ever could.
Oh, yeah, we've got about a minute left in this segment. Let me ask you this question, and you can sum this up quickly before we go to the break. What's it like to get up every day and be able to control your own destiny?
It's amazing, you know. You know what I think about in the morning? I actually get quite teary-eyed when people ask me. It's amazing you ask me that, because oftentimes I think about all these other mothers that are running around screaming at their kids, yelling, and trying to get their kids off to school and daycare. And I get to have my snuggle time. We have a tickle party every morning. We get to hang out in bed and just enjoy and plan what we're going to do to impact the world today. And what freedom is that? Like, you can't replace that with anything.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good advertisement. Good way to go to the break. If you've got a question for Savannah, it's questions@scottferrell.com, or hit us up on the text line, 706-889-9700. Savannah Ross is my guest. She's going to hold on. She's going to come back for the next segment. Next segment, we're going to get into how you can do this for your life. We'll be right back.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want for just $6.99 each. And sweeten the deal with a Hershey's Triple Chocolate Brownie for just $5.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you.
I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
The summer sell down is on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings up to 16% off MSRP. Save over $4,100 off Malibu Limited. Now just $19,500. Save $9,500 on loaded Silverado Crew Cab LT. Now only $38,700. Save up to 16% off MSRP on select new Chevys in stock during the summer sell down. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, America. The first ever $5 flavor menu is here, and it's a game changer. For just $5 each, you can get a medium one-topping pizza, Wing Street Wings, a Hershey's cookie, and your other Hut favorites. A Pizza Hut pizza for just $5. It's the ultimate crowd pleaser.
How are you feeling, crowd?
Very pleased, thank you.
We do what we can here.
$5 for a Pizza Hut pizza. How can we not be pleased?
Good crowd today.
The $5 flavor menu, America's best pizza deal, only at Pizza Hut.
Welcome back, man. You picked the right day to find my show. It's Savannah Ross Day. All right, look this website up, richmom.com. If you want a blessing, if you want to read a story that's life-changing, life-altering, and you want to see how someone decided, enough, I'm going to take control of my life, I'm going to do something about it today, and not only that, I'm going to control my life, and I'm going to give my kids an opportunity that most never dream of. That's what I'm going to do. If you want to read that story, richmom.com. Savannah Ross, thank you so much for dropping by.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
All right, Savannah, we've gone over why you did what you did. Now, you have mentoring programs and coaching programs in the real estate field. If I were to sign up, what is it I could expect?
Well, here's the thing, Scott. As We grew really fast.
Right.
When I won Woman of the Year, all of a sudden everybody and anybody wanted to be a part of our program. And so I used to work one-on-one. And originally with our first 100 clients, I actually did everything with them, called through addicts with them,
Right.
went through all their proposals with them, and every last one of them were successful. So it was a really good, like a feel-good program for me as well to be able to give back that way. And then it grew so fast that we ended up making an automated kind of program so that more people could take advantage of it, but we lost that personal connection.
Right.
So we've decided as a team to go back to doing real personal mentoring with each one of our clients so that I can be personally involved in the whole emotional transition that comes with the success of doing the real estate business and building your portfolio. I'm really excited about that. So you'll get me, only me, and a lot of personal attention by going through our program. And I am a real believer in teaching you everything. I don't believe in a lot of these run to the back of the room programs where they give you just a little bit so that you can spend more money to get a little bit more. And if anything, they make you feel real stupid so that you have to spend a lot more money to get all the information. And I don't believe in working that way. For me, my goal is to help you become successful so that you can give back to the world as well. So you're helping me. Like that puddle effect. The more I help you succeed, the more you can change the world with me, because I can't do it by myself.
Oh, yeah.
And so I love to be able to give you all the tools that you need to become a success.
Now, if I don't want to be part of this, can I go to Rich Mom, or do I need to go to another website to be part of this?
No, you can go to richmom.com. In fact, I think our team members are giving away a free book right now, because I talked to Winston this morning and told him that we were going to be speaking again, and so he's put up something on there. I don't know anything about the internet, and you can go on there and get a copy of my book for free. And it's a really great book. I can say so myself. I actually reread it just recently, and I thought, wow, this is good stuff. And so it's a great book. It's inspirational, but it also gives you a little bit of the basic how-tos. And I recommend that people go in and get that free book right now. It's only going to be on there for about the next 2 to 3 days, because we are revamping the entire website and the whole program.
Okay, if somebody wants to be part of this, when can they start? And is this going to be held in Canada or the United States?
We do everything all over. We have clients in Australia starting in October. Like, we're starting our next program in October. We have a client in Australia, one in England, and in the States. We don't even have any Canadians signed up at the moment.
Wow.
And so we do everything through the telephone, online, and everyone who's in our program gets my personal cell phone number, so I'm on the phone 24/7 with clients. And I'll travel if I need to be there present for people as they're going through this process. So it's all done remotely for the most part, and they're always welcome to come and hang out and do things together, whatever it takes to make sure that people are successful. But it does. The next one is starting in October. We're only taking 10 clients at a time because I need to be able to focus on them. And I think right now there's only like 6 or 7, so there's still space left.
All right.
Then they can just contact me directly, and we'll get them started if it's the right fit.
Cool. Does Tiny Trump ever stop by to say hello to everybody?
He just did a radio show yesterday, and it was really fun because we actually, for the first time in a long time, got a bunch of kids on there asking questions, like little kids.
Right.
2, 3, 4 years old, and it was just the sweetest, funniest thing I ever saw. So I'm trying to get a copy of that. I'll send it to you as soon as I do. It's hilarious.
Oh, please do. Now let me ask you this from a mom standpoint and from an entrepreneur standpoint. How thrilling is it to see kids, and I mean kids, under the age of 15, asking about investing, about life, about being an entrepreneur? Does that just, I mean, that's got to be an incredible surge for you.
You know, I think that if you teach them young, they don't ask, like, it's normal to
Right.
them. Like, my son doesn't know any other way. It's just a way of life. This is just the way things are. He thinks, actually, that most of us adults are retarded. Like, why would you go to work for somebody else? Are you kidding me? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? And so he has, just as much as some people are afraid of being in the entrepreneur world, he thinks that people that are not in the entrepreneur world just are not all there. He doesn't understand it. So it's kind of nice to see that. But he's actually decided that this year he's going to get a job. He wants to get a job because he's getting a little bit egotistical and a little bit non-relational. And so he's trying to figure out what normal, whatever that is, whatever normal people do, so that he can better relate to kids his age, because he's just not able to relate to them at the moment.
What kind of job is he going to take?
I have no idea. I feel sorry for his employer, because he'll be running the business by the time he leaves, I'm sure.
Well, when he takes that, I've got to know. This would be absolutely hilarious. Now, is he dating? Does he want to go somewhere where we can meet girls?
No, he's a good boy, this one. He's not planning on dating or kissing anybody till he knows it's going to be the woman he marries. So we'll see how long that lasts. But right now, he's just the most respectful child I've ever met. He's the nicest person I've ever known, honestly. And I'm so privileged to have him living in my home and being a part of my family, because I've met a lot of people, as you have, Scott. I've traveled all over the world, and I've met thousands and thousands of people. And I can honestly tell you, I've never met anyone so kind.
Oh, man. Definitely a reflection of you. I always tell people, if you met mom, or you've met the child, you've met the other. So that's back on you, which I want to talk about now. You've got all these real estate programs, but one of the things you like to speak about is being a mom.
I love it. I believe that it is such a privilege to be able to guide our children, and I believe that a lot of mothers are out there struggling, just not knowing what to do. I don't know if you've read my friend's book. Michael Drew wrote a book called The Pendulum.
Yes.
And it's about how we go from one extreme to the other in the world. We realize that what we're doing, as a society, we realize that what we're doing is wrong, and then we go all the way to the other extreme. And I think that we do that in our parenting, we do that in our career choices, we do that in our finances, we do that in everything in our life. We just go from one extreme to the other. And with parenting, we're in a generation now where parents are, when we were growing up in the 70s, we had all the freedom in the world. It's like our parents didn't care where we were. We'd come home after dark. We'd leave after breakfast and come home after dark. We didn't have cell phones. Nobody kept track of us. We had all this freedom. And now we're in a place where the kids have no freedom. They're being controlled 24/7 by their parents, because their parents are trying to protect them. And instead of protecting our children, we need to prepare them for reality of life.
Right.
And so I have my rules in my house is we have a no rules rule. I don't make any decisions for my children, because they need to learn decision-making skills from a very young age. But with that, with their ability to make their own decisions, they also have to take the consequences of the decisions that they make. So I'm really passionate about teaching other parents how to instill this no rules rule in their household, so that they can teach their children self-confidence, entrepreneurial skills, and a self-respect and a mutual respect between them. It really helps to create healthy parent-child relationships, and that's truly what I'm very, very passionate about, because I'm so unbelievably blessed to have a great team at my house. I don't have kids and a mom. We're a team. We do everything together, and we have a very healthy respect for one another, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, as we wind this up, there is a story you told me about. I think it was your son wanted to wear a costume or something to school one time, and can you tell that story?
It's funny, yes, and this is kind of weird. So he wear silly things to school all the time, and I kept arguing and fighting with him every morning. It was a big battle, and I know a lot of parents can relate to this. And I just got tired of it one day, and I thought, you know what, if you want to look silly, then go to school like that. I don't care. I'm tired of fighting with you, and you want to go to school with a Spider-Man costume in the middle of the winter in the snow, and off he went, and he got so much feedback from his peers that he chose not to do this anymore. So instead of me having to control battle with my kid and telling him what to do, I allowed him to experience it, to make his own decision, and to have the consequences of the decision that he made. And he learned from that. And those are just little things that you can do to help teach your children how to develop good decision-making skills.
So let me guess, he did not wear the Flash outfit the next day.
Never. Never again have I seen that kid in a Spider-Man costume.
Wow. Now I know why my wife won't let me wear my Captain Kirk outfit out anywhere.
Oh, my. You know what? You get a new mom. A mom that lets you do whatever. You can wear that at my house. I'll take pictures and post it all over social media.
My wife tells me I can wear anything I want to wear if I'm going out by myself.
There you go.
I'm just not wearing it with her. Okay, we got about a minute left. Richmom.com. Savannah, I always ask this of people. If there's someone listening right now that's where you were, what would you say to them?
Just go. Just go. You gotta get mad. You gotta get angry, and you gotta say, never mind. Like you gotta use profanity, not on the radio. You gotta use it at home, and you just gotta stop and say, I'm not taking this anymore. I am not taking this anymore. You gotta get angry, and you gotta get determined, and you gotta get convicted, and you need to do something, because you are not put on this earth to waste a breath. You were put on this earth to make great things happen, and you have everything in your power to do that. not just about creating a healthy home and not just about creating wealth, but you have a responsibility to make a positive impact on this world. And it's a shame if you choose to sit around at home and do nothing about it.
Amen. All right, Savannah Ross has been my guest. richmom.com. She's got another course coming up starting in October. If you get a chance, go to YouTube or go to her website or take her name and type it in Google, whatever you got to do. Get more information about what she does, how she can help you, and how this is going to impact your life. Savannah Ross, thank you so much for stopping by today.
I appreciate your time. And, honey, if anybody wants to contact me, they're welcome to contact me directly. They can just email me right at savannah@richmom.com. And I'd be happy to communicate with any of your guests. Thank you for having me on the show today.
Thank you. That's Savannah Ross. I'm Scott Ferrell. We'll be right back.